Hi guys, it's Gracie with the Rooted Hearth, and if you are new here, what I am doing is learning how to build to my forever homestead through projects that increase the value of my house, learning skills about homesteading, and a bunch of other things. So if you want to join me in learning this process, or watch me make mistakes along the way, or just see some really cute dogs, then hang around, hit subscribe, boop that like button, and we'll hang out together. So when we finished this fence, almost immediately I knew I wanted to plant along two sides of it pollinator plants, native grasses and whatnot. A couple of reasons. One, when I do have my forever homestead, I do want to return a lot of the land on it to native prairie, which is what we have around here in Iowa. And then also because native plants and pollinator plants are good for the ecosystem, good for the soil, and just all around a really balanced way to work with your property, to live with your property. I wasn't ready this season to do all the research necessary to just do natives. I am in a pollinator group on Facebook, and somebody shared what seeds they used. It looked like a lot of native plants I've seen around Iowa, but I also knew it wasn't going to be all of them. So anyways, American Meadows is who I shopped through, and I just got, I think, a quarter pound, which should have been more than enough. This is the process that I went through. So first what I did is I got these pavers from Facebook Marketplace. I got over 50 of them for, I think, $25. The guy actually has more that he needs to dig up still, and he says I can have them, which is great, because as you'll see, I don't quite finish as far down as I want to go. They have the scalloped edge, which it felt a little dated to me, but you can't be cheap flavors. So what I end up doing is just lying them flat. So the edge you see from the front is just the flat edge, which is really the look I was wanting to go for. And the scalloped edge kind of feeds into the bed, which is neither here nor there. I don't love or hate it. I did think about actually like digging and putting the scalloped edge down, but I wasn't really wanting to terraform much more this summer. All I wanted was just a clean edge that when we're mowing the rest of the lawn, we don't risk hurting the pollinator plants. So once I had laid the pavers down, I wanted to raise the soil level so it was more flush with the top of the pavers. And so I did this through a couple means. One, I did pick up some bags of soil from my local store, and I used that to fill areas. But I also had these giant potato bags that were full of soil from the beginning of the year, and so I also used that. Unfortunately, I did not have a giant bushel of potatoes at the end of the season. I did get some. They're very cute. They're very tiny. I already know what I'm going to do different next year. Gardening, homesteading, it's a constant experiment. And so next year we'll just try again. So I put the soil in, leveled it, and then I came through with the seed. And I just sprinkled it throughout. I try to do fairly generously. I wanted to make sure I had good coverage. I wasn't sure how much was gonna take, how long it would take. I mean, the website gave me some idea, but I just want to make sure there was plenty, especially since I'm doing a late summer planting. The mix I got had fall flowers in it. So not only because there's fall flowers, but also some of the seeds in the mix are perennial. and not annual. So that means they will come up year after year. So the sooner I can get them into the ground, the more that cycle can start. So once I laid the seed down, I just very gently just kind of like scrape soil over it with my rake, get some coverage on those seeds, and then I went through and watered everything. It is recommended, I think they said for the first 10 days to 2 weeks, that you just keep it really thoroughly watered. And so you should do it at least once a day, maybe twice a day. So I did this approximately a week and a half ago. I started this a Saturday morning. I had it done like mid-Saturday. And then today's Wednesday. So just about 10 days. And I won't lie, I've been a little anxious. Some of my vegetable stuff has like been mediocre. And then also, if you build it, a dog is going to lay on it. So I'm going to just insert a little clip here of my jerks of puppies deciding that they will lay in a spot that they have never laid in before. Not once have they ever laid in that spot before.
What are you guys doing? Get out of my flower garden! I just planted that! That's not your place! Lulu! Lulu, come here!
So they have been laying on this, they've been walking on it, and so I was concerned that like they'd be trampling any new growth. And the areas where they've been walking the most and laying the most have actually grown the most. So here's hoping that still happens. But let's look at the growth. So parts are growing better than others, but honestly, for not even being 2 weeks out, I'm very happy, very excited to see just how much growth we get by the end of the fall. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. I'm so glad that you chose to spend your time with me and learn what I'm learning and struggling with me as I struggle. Please hang around for more, and otherwise I'll see you guys next time.